Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 15th of March 1961. And what I want to do in this part is focus on planning this area here, because what we're going to have here is quite a lot of major industry. And of course, we've got to sort out all the infrastructure for the port. But before that, I need to do some work up in the north. And before that, I'd like to say a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me a lot to think about. Now, I did get a comment about exporting bricks and using ships and whether it's cost effective. And I'll be completely upfront, I'm not particularly that interested in whether it's really cost effective. What I'm really interested in is building up some dollars. The reason for that is that because I built these horrible bridges here, and I can't change them, it means that any ships coming in, so Soviet ships coming in, will have to come in from this part of the map. And I'm not sure that if I bit a ship from here, it would get all the way down to here to be able to be functional. Also, if I show you here, we come and look at the price of ships. If we sort by value, go the opposite way, you can see the cheapest ship is 267,000 rubles, which means that these ships are pretty expensive when you compare to the ships. And if I do sort by value here, what you'll see is that we've got some quite cheap ships in this area from the west. What that means is that not only are the ships cheaper, I can get them out quicker because they will come in from that side of the map. And also it means that I can keep building up the rubles, which I want to do, because when it comes to spending the large sums of money, I want to spend that on the railway. So that is something that I do need to work on. So that's the reason why I'm exporting bricks at the moment. I probably agree that it's probably not really worth it, especially as we've got to pay for the fuel. But eventually, once the oil refinery comes online here, the fuel will be effectively or reasonably free. So that will make it even more viable, but it's more about just building up a war chest here. I mean, if I can get this up to about 1 million before I need to ship bricks across the map, I'll be quite happy, because that should pay for the ships that allow me to operate into this area. Now, the second part of the comment is why I moved the brickworks. Well, I moved the brickworks just to try and reduce the pollution. And I don't know if I haven't checked the pollution for a little while. Let's just see how bad it is now. I think pollution is always going to be a little bit of a... You can see here I've got some pollution coming in from that side, from this construction area, but eventually this construction area will shut down because it's only really driving this area here. But I think eventually we will shut this construction area down, and then just let this town settle down. And the other reason I kind of moved this over here and put in the full-size brickworks, because this is the actual base game brickworks, is that I want to use this as a supplier of bricks to the whole southern part of the map. So probably everything south of this river going across the top here. And so this will be our major source of bricks from the game. I won't be building any more brickworks down here. So that's the reason for all the moves around, because I think that this is the thing with bricks, boards and prefabs. You don't really need to have production all over the map. I mean, quite often one brickworks can supply the bricks for the entire map, assuming that it was all connected up, because of course we're not connected up. That also applies to a reasonable sized prefab factory as well. And of course boards are slightly different in the sense that they're relatively easy to produce. So yes, I've got a major board production area up here, but truthfully, sometimes it's easier just to produce the boards locally, and then once the construction moves off, and just then shutting the board factory down. But we're going to keep it going. Just while we're here, just a quick update on the railway. We are pushing through towards the border, so there's a chance that this year we will make our first connection to the border. But we've still got a lot of work to go in this area. But we will get there. I mean, I've got to do this. And of course, then we've got to electrify it as well. And the other two rail construction trains are working on pushing out this way, which is probably the more important project, to be honest, because I need to start getting the railway into here. One thing I did realize is that I didn't have a power transformer, so I've put a power transformer in here. Anyway, I'll come back to here in a little while, because the first thing we got to do is come up here, because what I want to do is shut this area down, because it's effectively now become redundant. And the first thing I want to do is I want to break this power line. It's going to cause a little bit of a risk, because it's you never know what might happen, but but what I want to do is we're going to put a I don't think we need the full kind of 9 yards with this, so we're just going to put you in there, and then oops, 4. And we'll just set you high priority. And then the next thing I want to do is this is gonna have a little element of risk attached to it, but I want to move these residents, all of them, out here. It's time to shut this area down. So there is a certain element of risk associated with this, but I feel that we could be okay. The real problem is whether we can get the work. I think I might leave that one, and I've just had an idea. We do need to get. Can I get close as that? I think that I'm very close. So if I put in another Jade apartment, say about in here. So just come here. Got old building block here. That's 45 workers. Maybe if we can get in, put them right under the power line. I think if we put you, I didn't think you could actually build under a power line, but I'll take it. And then the idea is what would this should be able to get to there. They can't, well, we'll have to knock it down. The idea is that these workers will be in range of this plant here, and of course they will also, once this is finished, this area is finished, we can knock that down. Camp school, I think we can knock the school down. We may get a bit of an education problem, but we'll shut the Kino down. Got camp hospital. Can I send you to? Okay. Don't really want to lose this vehicle. We've paid for it, so send you back to. Yeah. Got you down. We've only really got 100 people here, so an athletics club, kindergarten. Don't want to shoot. Cut you down. Don't want the university anymore. Fire station is not needed anyway. You have to do something about these power generators. Need to leave the food in. I've got. Okay, we'll leave you. That's the hunting hut. We've got to keep that going. I'll probably need to relocate those. I think we're going to remove you. And well, we got here kindergarten. Don't need you. Either. Can go. That kind of reduces the camp down here. Yeah, we got the kindergarten there, which is staff, number of staff down as well. So this area now is becoming abandoned, and hopefully things will go quite well. I don't know if this. Hopefully this wind turbine will supply the power to here. Now I have done a change. Get this up. Yeah, you've detected it anyway. So yeah, I've done a change here because originally we had a water feed line from here down into here, but what I've done is I put a second water distribution in here. So I've separated the two systems now. So truthfully, if we don't get workers into here, it's not the end of the world, simply because this is only supplying water to this area and also up to our food factory. And I can afford to live with any temporary disruption, because you can see we've got 95 tons of food in here, plenty of alcohol. So we can afford to just keep this area going at the moment. I think we've got enough buildings here to keep things. I am kind of thinking maybe planning some more accommodation here over time. Do feel that the road crew, what are you guys actually working on? I think you're working on that much at the moment, are you? Because the road got pushed out. I think I'd like to actually asphalt in that road, I think. That's all I really need to do up here for the moment. We've obviously got lots of workers. We've probably got quite a lot of unemployed, but that hopefully will change as we push out more and more and we get the accommodation here. So what I want to do now is we're going to come down to here, and I'm going to pause the game because we've got a lot of work to do in this area. And what I want to do is be able to concentrate completely on here. And what I want to do here is I want to set up the pipelines from this area to the oil refinery here. I want to set up all this area here. Plus, I've got a couple of other things I want to put in this area here. I do want to get rid of you. I've realised that you're really in the wrong place. And we'll get rid of that road there. Now, before we do that, I want to show you something else, guys. This is a new mod by Nova, and we're building out this area here. So we need to put that road in. What Nova's created is a little bit of an oddity. It's actually called a natural spring. And what this is exactly that. It is a natural spring, but it doesn't need power. It's free to build, but you can only build 2 of them. And I'm quite intrigued by this. And this is part experiment and part, you could say, shortcut. The other thing you don't get with this is the water quality, but because we're going to process the water, I don't think it's going to make that much difference. You can see here, it's the maximum production per workday is only 30 cubic meters of water. So you're not going to get vast quantities of water from it. But it should be enough to drive our local camp there. So if I put you there, and then you can see it's actually got quite a nice animation in it actually as well. You see here, we've got a little well in the center of the water running out of the center there. And you can see how quickly it fills up. Water, it says water quality 94%. That's okay. What I'm going to do is we're going to hold up the gravel road to it. Now, got that connection there. And what I want is a large pipe. We're gonna remove this pipe down to there. And I'm gonna put in a large pipe to there. And put a large pipe to there. Now what you notice is I haven't put a pump in here. And the reason for that is this actually acts as its own pump. But I'm not 100% sure whether it will actually fill up a high tower. I've done it a test with a small tower and it seemed to work. So as I said, this is very much going to be a test. And what it means is that I can get water into here. We can get the water processing plant here working. And then what that will mean is that I can get the fresh water for here. And what that should mean is that the amount of fresh water we're going to need should keep the small camp going without actually using these, which then makes life a little bit easier. Well, that's the theory, and that's the experiment that we're going to be doing. Oh, this long footpath here is quite interesting. What are you connected to? Some reason I've connected it to the back of there rather than there. Okay, that's fine because I can put a footpath through. No, I can't. Okay, we may need to move this because I've messed this up, but that's not a problem. We can take that out and we can put in a new residential. Just put you a bit like that. And what that means is when this is finished, we can connect that with a footpath there. And then the idea is that will actually provide the connection to there. Anyway. Right, what I'm going to do is start with the oil refinery. Because it's probably the easiest point to stop at. So we're going to come in here. That's no good. We're going to have to come in now. I want this down about here. This is going to receive the oil coming in. And I want to put you about... Actually, I'm going to move it away a little bit. Like that. And then we're going to have to... fire station is there, so we don't really need a asphalt road for here because this is just going to be a service road for fire purposes. Then we'll put the oil connection. I'm going to try and do the oil connections as we go. We'll put an oil connection to there. That will mean that the oil coming up from here will flow into here. Now, of course, this factory is going to produce fuel and bitumen. I'm going to try and stagger these. I want you there, and I want another one about there. One will be for fuel, one will be for bitumen. And then we're not gonna, we put a road through here. Can't see the point, so we'll bring a road out that way. So that can go to there. Try and get the pipes in. You're going to come there. Okay. So we've now got this. We've got the output there. Now the one thing I do want to do, keep unpausing the game, is where's the storage? I want a small oil thingy bob here. can probably put you about there. Actually, I've just had a thought. I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm thinking that I may want to import oil, or will I? I need to think about this connection first. Right, so let me just come down here. We got an underground pumping station. Put you about there. I flip that the other way. The road goes north. May have to get rid of that footpath. And then go underground. I want you to go into there. I want to do this one. You there. Oops. Haha. Let me just redo these. Do it again. You you can come into there. You can come into there. And you can come to there. Ah, that flows right underneath that. We got here is we got fuel, bitumen, and oil. Now the reason I put in this connection is I'm not sure I'm going to build it, but we may need some oil for a plastics industry. So the idea is that plastics industry can draw the oil from here. So because this will be the communal import tank to this point here. So the next thing we're going to need to do is put a just save a bit of cash. Put you in there, and then you can connect to there. You can connect to there. So what we got now is 3 into 1. Now, one characteristics with pipelines in this game is that you can mix different types of commodity, like bitumen, fuel, and oil can all flow through the same terminal. The game doesn't distinguish between them, which is quite useful. Whether it's actually technically correct, I don't know. You could say that these pumping stations have got a switch that can say, right, deliver there. So that is there. Now, what I want to do is over here is put another here. Don't want the connections. Put you there. And underneath, we're going to run another underground pipeline there. We've now got that coming to there. Now, what I need, this is the actual oil terminal. So what we're going to need is definitely going to need, okay, we're going to go underground. Like that. There. And of course, we're going to need the option of exporting out that way. And again, we're just going to go underground to there. And you can see, and of course, we've got 2 more docks up here, so that's no good. So what that means is that this terminal here can export both oil, bitumen, and fuel, and so can this terminal as well. One thing so we got a connection to there, to there, to there. Now, the next thing I want to do is get, and we're going to stay underground. Oh, we got a second connection there. And I don't think I need to push this far. I don't want to cramp this area because we're going to be putting warehouses and all sorts of other stuff in there. So I'll put you there. Underground pipe again. And then you can come down. Is that the right dock? I think that's the right one, isn't it? And then you can... I think that's right. Let me just... that. Yeah, that's connected to that one. That one's connected to that one. So what that means is that this gives a fuel capability to this entire area. Now we've got this bit here. I can now go back to what I was thinking, because one thing I am considering is that this, we may want to bring oil in, especially in the early part of the game. And this is where it might get a little bit messy. So what I'm thinking is I want it that way round. Put you about there. Again, we're going underground. Fortunately, wow. I'm really starting to like underground pipes. That comes there. Now, what we need is a one-to-many, isn't it? Put a one-to-many there. Like that. You can come there. We've got this oil terminal here. Okay, we're gonna have to... You can come to there. You can come to there. Now, again, the reason I'm doing this is that this oil field here may not produce enough oil to keep this terminal busy. So what I want is an option that will allow me to make sure. Yep. I want an option to be able to bring fuel in. Not fuel, sorry, oil. That's not connected. Don't think it's connected. Let me just double check. Yeah. One thing I've noticed when you put in oil fields is not underground oil pipes, sorry, is that they may not necessarily connect. So we've now got that here. And now what I want to do is return to what I was considering up here. And I want you in there. What this is going to be is the local fuel distribution. And then what I need is a off-road. Ooh. So what this is going to distribute the fuel locally. We're going to have to put you up here, aren't we? So I'm going to put you about there. Another underground pipe. Where's it? This is the small one here. And you're going to come to there. What I've hopefully done here is put together a maximum of all options. And of course, the one thing I kind of haven't done at the moment is put in the oil pipe connections here. So I suppose we better do that next. Again, I'm going to go for underground. Just to try and keep it relatively simple. Is that the right one? I don't think that's the right one, is it? This one, isn't it? I think we'll put you up the road round that way. The underground. This is the pipe. Because we could go overground with these pipes, because overground pipes are marginally cheaper to build. So we come there. I think I will go don't know if you can actually... Oh, okay, I'll take that. That will leave me an open space here, but I think these pipes we can go above ground. You can go above. You can come into there. This one will come this way. Get heights. And you can come to that one. That gives me connections to those two. And of course, it means that we need to put in a... I think we can probably go surface. Pumping station. Got more that way, so that pumping station is there. Problem's going to be is actually connecting up the surface. We've got one there, and one there. That's the wrong way round. It needs to be this one. We're going to have to kind of try and put these relatively close together. Put you that way. This is one of the problems with oil fields, is that you've got I think we're got one there. You're above ground there. You've got one there. Let me just put in both of them so I can gauge what's done. So we can get 3 into there. That an underground one again. Okay, we've gone underground, so that's fair enough. I think it might be easier actually because of these water here anyway. So if we go underground, that one's there. I'm not so sure about this one. We need to connect to there. I think I've kind of got a bit misaligned there. I think maybe we will stick with being above ground. I think we're aiming for that, aren't we? Just put the road in. That's quite nice actually. Got pipelines there. Can't use this one, so we can remove you. And then we're also we can get over water. It's good. We can come to there. You've got a connection to there and there. And how many you got? One. I put you in, didn't I? We got 1, 2, 3. So we can put. Okay, and I think we'll go overground. It's just going to make life a little bit easier. So you that way. I think we will keep you roughly about there. We can put you about there. One's going to be a little bit tricky. This one can come up around and into there. One can come up here, up, get a bit of height, and you can come to there. Let me just accept that. Just a quick check now. So we got these connected into here, which is then in turn connected to there. Goes underground to there, connects into that pipeline there. Wow. We've got a lot of pipes to build at the next thing now. That is that one's going to be a problem. We're going to need to remove you. In fact, we're probably going to need to remove you as well, because we need to put the road connections in. Got that. That road should be. Yeah, you're going to be good. You can come out this way. And are we actually building this road yet? No. Okay. Actually, cancel that road. We're going to need asphalt down here. So you can come through there. Bit of water there. Going to be a bit of a problem. You can come there. And you can cross there. You can hook to there. You can come out. You're good. You're good. Have to remove you. You can come to there. You're good. You're good. You've got connection there. You can connect to there. You can connect to there. You can connect to there. You can come out there. So I think that is all the road connections. You can connect to there. Yep. So we can accept that. And what we got to do now is just put the pipelines back in again. So this is going to be the really tricky one, because the game's not going to like. Okay, that's not going to work. I know I should have gone underground. That one will work. In fact, I think we're run underground to there. It just makes it life a lot easier. I think we can. This one can be overground. So right there. Go across there. Go into. That hasn't connected. Try again. Better. So we got one to there, one from there, one round there, one round there. That goes into there, that goes into there. So that should be all the pipeline connections here. So that's the oil side done. I knew this was going to take a long time. Apologies, guys, but I really did want to work on this quite successfully. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we've now got our fuel and everything other distribution working, and we've got these two pumping stations here. We've got an open space here, but the next thing I want to do is put in some storage here. Just want that. Another small rail open. I want to push you out. Say something like that. And then where's the warehouse? I want to put in the large warehouse that I've got. Big warehouse here. We've got the road coming up from there, from the bottom. So I'd like to put you about there. We're going to need a cargo station. We'll use the base game, and I don't use it very often. So we've got a road connection on that end, haven't we? So, oh, it's actually done it. I was about to say, why wouldn't it connect to the two nearest ones? But so we've got that there. What that means is we can import and export materials here for construction, and also possibly later on for food to this one here. Although most of the food exports will probably go out by train. So we've now got this area here. So what we can do now, before we work on the aggregate store, I want to put in a power station. This is a little bit of a late decision, and it just occurred to me because you watched the previous video, I was discussing the power drain off from here, and it suddenly occurred to me that if I was going to build an aggregate import area here, and I'm going to be bringing coal in for heating, why not put a power station in as well? Because it's be right down on the port here. Obviously, this is going to be a very heavily polluted area, so what I'm thinking is a nice big power station here. We flip that way. We can put the power station down in here like that. Say about there. And the reason I've put that in is that we've obviously got to plan the road in from here. I wanted to get the position of the power station so that we can come across like that. Now, off camera, I did put in a bridge up here because it suddenly occurred to me that I wanted a road coming down through here like that, and we're gonna connect there. Then that will connect through to there. So we got that, and then eventually we can put in all the various road connections. Just make sure. Actually, we could probably put this one in. To there. Then of course, this is the reason for the underground pipes. But yeah, I want to kind of leave. Whoops. Try again. Come out there. I think if we come to there, we go back to there. Back. And then we can have the road coming in here for the cargo pickup. Now comes the next fun bit, because what I want is both a... now comes the next bit, because what I want here is a ability to import gravel and coal. I don't think I need vast quantities of coal, do I? No, I don't want to make this a coal shipping plant, because the coal mine over there it has its limitations. So what say we put in a small aggregate. I'm thinking we're going to do exactly the same as we did with the, what we call it. I'm going to transfer engine, rather than having the two out. So rather than having two conveyors coming out of the port, I want to have one coming out, something like that, because it'd be a little bit neater. Then we will put in aggregate for coal. Kind of, actually, it's going to be a bit messy, isn't it? Because actually, I think if I put that there, that could be the coal one. So I put that there. And this could be actually the gravel one, because the gravel's going to come in for either water purification or construction. So we could put the gravel one there. And then what we could do is... Oops, oh, I don't want that. I don't want train load. Where's truck loading? We can put this in here. This will give me a pickup point for trucks. Like that. So that one will be gravel. This one will be coal. I'll make sure. Yeah, that can go straight out to there. Now comes the next fun bit. What I want to do. What is the distance I did over here? I think we can afford to let the game run a bit now. I think I've nearly finished. Right, we've got the heating plant here. How far out? How far away are you? Where's the heating terminal here? This is 666. And I think the other one was the one that really stretched it, didn't it? So if I come up to here, this is 858. And that's very much on the edge of the length of the pipes. So what we're going to do is come here and we got our church here, or our cathedral. So if I start up here, so we start there and then come, how far out is this? This is 758. If I push the town that way and only have services on this side and maybe a bit of accommodation, what I'm actually doing is I'm actually measuring up the heating plant. And I want to put a large heating plant in here. Say for argument's sake, we push it right back against the railway like this. Say maybe a bit more of an angle this way. Further over, okay. And I could put it, see there's not enough space there. But say for argument's sake, I put it about there. So we've got that area, we've got this here. Let's remeasure that. That's 812. Yeah, I think if this is the marker for the edge of the town, I could put services on this side, maybe a few small houses here. That would be far enough away to actually not get all polluted out. So right, so the next thing we got to do is put in some aggregate. You can come to, you may need to adjust this road, I think. I'm going to take the road out. I know we're going to confuse the game, but it's, I think if I can, I could get, you say about there height, so we can get a road underneath. Is something like that. You will come from the coal to here, and then hopefully we will get road under there, which, oops, that little bit of road there. You can come to there. You can come round through here, there. I want to check, just because of course conveyors can be a little bit temperamental. So get that road there. Now what I've got to do now is get a conveyor up to here. I think we'll try with my usual favourite. You can get across the railway. That's good. And then if we put in this one, then we'll hook you there to there, there to there. Double check the road. Yeah, you can get out there. So I think that is hopefully the way it should all work. If any of you guys, if any of you have spotted some mistakes, feel free to chuck it in the comments, because this is quite a complex setup. But what we've effectively got now is a bit of a megaport here, which can give us both imports and exports for ordinary goods and fuel. We've got the capacity to bring in coal and gravel here, which will allow us to run our construction industry going that way, because it means that I won't have to spend a lot of money on trains, which will have to kind of go out and round to deliver to here. And because the distance from here to here is really short, so that is going to work out quite well. We've got our little construction camp here underway. We've got our water here, so we've got a lot to build. Let's see how well the road crew is going. Where to start? That's the question, isn't it? I suppose we probably need to build that, and I certainly need a footpath out to the tower. I think we can build it there. We've also got that pump. That pump there isn't quite so important now because we're going to run off of this one. This is now built. Let me just check you there. I want to see whether you can. Yeah, you can get there. How about the other guy? Yeah, so we can guarantee to get the workers out to there. So what we do need to do is start building this area up. I think we'll start putting the buildings together. Just allocate them. Truthfully, they shouldn't need that much in the way of bits and pieces. What's that? That's the... Hopefully we'll start building that. We got power. I did have a power substation in here somewhere. Oh, it's here. Right. You allocated now. I think we're going to get power into here. It's going to be a little bit of a risk. We could get some burn down, but I think if we get power into here, which means we don't need to mess about with those horrible fuel generators. We're going to need some construction offices out here. I think the next thing is to start putting this small town together so that I can check it. And of course we're going to need to get the water supply in as well so that we can get that done, and then we can start putting this whole area together. Right, I'm aware that time is pushing on, so let me just get over here and see what we're building here. For some reason this isn't going as fast as I thought it was. I think partly because probably the crews are pushing out that way. To be honest, none of this is high priority, so it can just all kind of trundle through. Going full. Population doesn't seem to be growing. I think we're possibly got some problems up north. I'm not seeing anything here that's indicating a problem. Oh, in the last part we were building our 3-division headquarters, and as you can see here, it's going quite well actually. We got lots of professors in there. I think what it can do is we're just going to complete that research as well. So at the moment we've kind of got a hotbed of universities here. The rail line is still pushing out this way. That's good. Let's just go and see if we got any problems up north. This has now got guaranteed power. I don't need this anymore. And because we don't need this. Oh wow, these guys are okay. Can they actually get to the store? That's the question. Yes, they can. Right, so these can now. We're gonna move you. You're now in there, and we can now get rid of you. Right, we don't need deliveries of meat and electronics and stuff to here. What's this? I want the hunting camp kept going. We don't need deliveries to that. I've got to find some way to get the stuff out of here. We don't need that. We don't need the kindergarten here. It's going to be hard, but I think I'm just going to demolish it. We've got the athletics club, which we built. Demolish you as well. Got to find some way to get this fuel out of here. I don't want fuel delivered to that anymore. I think for the moment, for emergency purposes, just keep this shut down. Last chance to buy. So we got that done there, that done there. I think I will just kind of flap out all this mess in here. We've got a demolish you. Don't need you. Get you there. Move that. I'll be a bit careful around the road. I don't want that built. Use this. It's a bit safer. Get you out there. Oops. Actually, I need to leave these roads in because I want to get. I want to be able to get that option, keep that option open for the moment. Get you there. The holistic approach. Put pass. Tidy up you there. Tidy up that. Pick out that. Get a road there. We've now got a nice clean area here which we could use. We could probably replant it with trees or something like that just to keep it tidy. Oh, we got fire. Where's that? Grain silos. Oh, this could be bad news. This could be our first major disaster. I'm out there. Well, they're getting there. We certainly need to asphalt these roads out here. Probably do need a technical office as well. Because, right, that's... Oh, the guys are there. Putting the fire out. Do need this built, actually. Gonna get you working on that. Actually, that reminds me, I do need to do some work on getting some fresh water up to here. I want to check the... I think this area is working quite nicely now. We've got maximum cannot export bitumen. We can make some money exporting bitumen at the moment, can't we? Because we haven't got an asphalt plant here. Okay, I'm going to do that. There's no point just having those guys sat around doing nothing. Got the collection of vehicles here. Oil tanker, speed against capacity. Year 78. Is that the best I've got? Okay. I'll just buy you very quickly. Because I could use this for No one's going to come in here, are they? So I don't think I need fellas in here. There's nobody living here. I think the wind turbine can go. That's done its job. Just come here. Again, that will. You. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the oil, set up the oil, or the bitumen export route, just to make us a little bit more money. As you can see at the moment, we're kind of half running at a loss. Bitumen, and we can export it, export everything at the moment. I don't want nothing sophisticated. Wait until loaded, and you can just go there. Once we've got the asphalt plant set up, because I think what we're probably going to need to do is work on some storage. Probably going this way because the asphalt plant will be over there. In fact, should I put that in? We got this here. So if I put in a small, actually I'll do that off camera, guys, because I'm aware that I'm over time on this video. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Obviously we got a lot to build and a lot more to plan. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.